Let's go. We live and we have some dope news. Let's do it.
Oh, we almost have a Reggie Fils-Aimé!
Obi-Wan plays.
Yes, right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.
What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Kaleem entered the chat and chose violence. He says Donkey Kong Country is better than Super Mario World. It's not close at all. Kaleem, you gotta put respect. Donkey Kong is a great platforming series, 2D, especially 2D platforming. But Super Mario World is a tier above it, bro. It ain't even close. I mean, I ain't gonna say it ain't even close because Donkey Kong is dope. Ain't nothing 2D platforming on the level of Super Mario World, in my opinion, and it will never, ever be close. What's up, everybody coming into the chat? It's been 2-3 days. I was out of town. I was traveling, but we back and we have some bangers. What's up to everybody again? Do some shout outs. Kaleem, Kless the Angel, what's up? Late Show, ASAP, Jack, Bowsette, Bustin' Justin, Kibo, Preach Evangelist, and everybody else coming into the chat. Paid, what's up, bro? What's up to everybody? We are giving away a Switch 2 console to a lucky subscriber. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna hang out. We're gonna game on something tonight, bro. I should more than likely hop on my gaming channel afterwards. I'm down for whatever, bro. Today's Tuesday. Oh, we're playing Splatoon. We're going to run some Splatoon. Less than 2 months away from the Switch 2 presentation. That presentation is going to be crazy, bro. It could be one of the best gaming presentations of all time. It's going to be so insane. But I need everyone. We're at 10 likes. Let's double it. Let's get it to 20 likes real quick. We have some news. I might do a stream of just the best 3D Mario games ranked in order. I might do that one probably on a Saturday or something, on a slow news day. But we have some dope news, and the first one, this is coming from BGR.com. Nintendo just hinted that $70 games might be the norm for the Switch 2. One of the things, and I'm already anticipating, and we all need to just get ready for it. These Switch 2 first-party games are going to be $70 a pop, bruh. Shout out to my guy, ASAP. I need everybody in the chat ASAP to type ASAP. ASAP. Now the new Donkey Kong countries are better than the new Super Mario Brothers games. Not wonder though. Yeah, by the way, yeah. Hey, now ASAP, that's a good point. Like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I will take that over the new Super Mario series. The ones that say new Super Mario Brothers, yes. Valid point. Not wonder. I'm going to tell you this. Super Mario World, Super Nintendo, I'll still take that over the Donkey. Even Mario 3 on the NES, I'll still take that over Donkey Kong. Mario 3 is goated, bro. I'll take that over the Donkey Kong games. Super Yoshi Island, which is really Super Mario World 2. Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo? Come on, bro. It's better than the Donkey Kong games. The platforming, the level design, you got to think about all of that. It's just better. And Super Mario Wonder is a tier above. And I'm not going to bash the Donkey Kong games because they're fantastic games. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, specifically, great game. Great game. One of my favorite, top 5 2D Mario 2D platforming games of all time. But y'all gotta put respect on Mario's name, bro. Y'all gotta put respect. Those Mario games, bro. I'm not the new Super Mario series. I agree, ASAP. Nintendo seemed to have just been. They were soulless. They were just like money. They felt like just money grabs for Nintendo. But when Nintendo really got on their 2D platforming design, nah, bro. It's just different for me, bro. So I love both games, but Donkey Kong was his first time. No one has seen graphics. Yeah. When those Donkey Kong games came out on the Super Nintendo, the graphics were amazing, bro. They still hold up to today, but at that time, they were way ahead of everything. But shout out to ASAP. I need everybody to type ASAP in the chat. Bowsette type ASAP. Chariot Man ASAP. O City type ASAP. Yoshi Island was fire too. Wah, 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 wah. That was a little annoying. But other than the babies crying, that game was fire from beginning to end, bro. Come on, bro. Dane type ASAP. 3D World was good. 3D World was good too, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Mario games are fire, bro. But I was just talking about the 2D ones. All right. Nintendo just hinted that $70 games might be the norm for the Switch 2. Let's talk about this news. Nintendo has yet to tell us much at all about the Switch, what the Switch 2 can do. But we're beginning to learn more about what it can't do. Spotted by Video Games Chronicles on Tuesday, Nintendo recently updated a page on its website to reveal that Nintendo Switch game vouchers cannot be redeemed for Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games. So games that will just be exclusive to the Switch 2 vouchers. A couple things y'all got to read between the lines. Another thing that no one has picked up on is Nintendo's going to have exclusives to the Switch 2 its first year on the market. PlayStation, they baited y'all. Baited me too. We believe in generations. And then every single exclusive was also on the PS4. Xbox, 0 exclusives. Even to today, 0. We're going to talk about Xbox later on too. But Nintendo, the fact that they've said, this is their exact quote on their website. Nintendo Switch game vouchers cannot be redeemed for Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games. Mario Kart 9 X 10, whatever they call it, is about to be a Switch 2 exclusive and will be $70. It's going to be $70. All right, let's continue. In May 2019, Nintendo started offering game vouchers. I tell you this, these game vouchers were fire, bro. And they were fun while it lasted. It saved me so much money, bro. What were the game vouchers? You can buy a game voucher for $100 and you can get 2 Nintendo exclusive games that were compatible with the voucher system. You were able to get 2 games with the vouchers. What, in essence, what did that mean? Nintendo exclusives were $60. So you were saving $20 every time you got the vouchers. Nintendo's like, we know we're about to raise these prices to $70. You know what that means? 2 exclusive would be $140. That means we'll be getting $40 off. Nintendo's like, that's too much money. Hold on, time out. We can't keep this voucher system going. Not with these games costing $70. And here's the thing, and we're going to talk about the whole Marvel Rivals layoff thing too later. Nintendo has great business strategy. They know. Did you download Marvel Rivals?
Yeah, I've been playing it.
Okay, yeah. They know that we got to make sure these games are going to cost more. And so we don't want to be in the position where we're laying off our game developers. We want to make sure that we're recouping healthy profits and we have a good business model. So vouchers were fun while they lasted, but they're going away. Members of $100 for members, and this was for Nintendo Switch Online members. So it was another cool exclusive to being a Switch Online member. Members for $100 that could be redeemed for 2 full price Switch exclusives, 2 full price games for their vouchers. Considering many first party Switch games cost $60 and rarely go on sale, it was an easy way to save a few bucks. It was easy, especially if you're buying all these Nintendo exclusives. Now, y'all got to make sure y'all use y'all vouchers and the My Nintendo Gold points before the cutoff date. The voucher program doesn't appear to be ending, but it won't migrate to Switch 2. Okay, so Nintendo didn't say it was ending. It's just not going to be compatible with Switch 2, which is very telling to what the price of these Switch 2 games are going to be. According to Nintendo, vouchers can be redeemed for select games playable on the Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite, and Switch OLED models, and cannot be redeemed for games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Y'all got to read between the lines. Nintendo believes in generations. We will have Switch 2 exclusive games, according to what Nintendo's saying. They're getting everything ready. Metro Prime, cross-gen. Pokemon, cross-gen. Mario Kart 9, Switch 2 exclusive. New Star Fox game, Switch 2 exclusive. New 3D Mario game, Switch 2 exclusive. Every big first-party game from Nintendo going forward is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Watch. Between this news and the end of My Nintendo Gold points, it's clear that changes are in store for the Switch 2 generation. Shout out to everybody coming into the stream. We crushed 20 likes. I need 10 more people to give the stream a thumbs up. Let's get it past 30 likes right now. But many fans see this as evidence that prices of Switch 2 games are going up. And it looks like that's what's going to be happening. This isn't the first time we've heard rumors of $70 Switch 2 games. In fact, it was all but expected after Sony and Microsoft raised the prices of their PS5 and Series games. That said, if Switch 2 games are going to cost $70 on average, it might not make financial sense for Nintendo to let Switch Online members buy 2 titles for $100. Yeah, that would be, Nintendo would be throwing money away. So the end of the voucher system and for the Switch, and let me clarify that. They're not ending the voucher system. It just won't be applicable to Switch 2 games, which only means these game prices are going up. They tested the waters with Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom was a $70 game. And let's see these lifetime sales of Tears of the Kingdom. Lifetime sales. Tears of Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom has, oh my goodness. Yeah, these games are going to be $70. Nintendo's like, we raised the price to $70 and didn't skip a beat in sales. Tears of the Kingdom has sold 20.2 million copies already. And this is as of September 2024. So, yeah, Nintendo's still raking in sales. They are about to make a killing with Mario Kart 9 at $70. And so we just have to be prepared. These Nintendo games are going to start to cost $70 a pop. So voucher system is going away for Switch 2. It's still going to be, if you're getting games for the current Switch, you'll still be able to use them. So have no fear. The Switch 2 is still there. Hey, I saw this concept video. Bro, for the Switch 2, there's going to be a USB-C port now at the top of the system. Check out this concept trailer on peripherals that Nintendo could use for the Switch 2 now that they have a USB-C at the top. The possibilities are endless. It just showed how the system switches. Look at that. You can switch around. What is this? What is this? Another screen? Bro, look how crazy that looks. This is a concept video. A camera? Look how dope that is. And so I thought this was dope. I had to share this with y'all. The possibilities are going to be endless now with the USB-C port at the top. Nintendo, see, this is why I get a little irritated when people say, the Switch 2 is just iterative. Nintendo's playing it safe. Nah, brah. With that USB-C port at the top, Nintendo is about to let their creative juices flow, bro. The possibilities are endless to what Nintendo can do. Bro, look that second screen design. That is insane. That looks dope.
3DS?
And that would make 3DS games right at home on the Switch 2. A camera, I think a camera is almost given with the USB-C at the top. I think we are definitely going to get a camera peripheral. I like stuff like the AR cards for the 3DS and like AR gaming, augmented reality. I think that's dope. Even if they can have like an augmented reality game with the camera bundled in with the game. And so the possibilities are going to be so dope for the Switch 2. Can't wait, can't wait. The golden system, the Switch, one of the greatest systems of all time, and the Switch 2 could even top that, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Easy DS and 3DS emulation with that. Facts, tactician, musician. The possibilities are gonna be crazy, crazy with the USB-C at the top. All right. To piggyback on what I just said, the article from Polygons also state that gold points are going to be discontinued. Now, I don't know if are the gold points going to be discontinued, period, for Switch 1 and Switch 2. If that happens, I got a smirkish, evil grin on my face, and I'm going to tell you why. All right. Switch 2 is finally coming out from the storage, and while we don't know the price of the consoles or games yet, Nintendo has announced that Nintendo Switch game vouchers cannot be redeemed for Switch 2 exclusive games. $70 games are coming. All right, according to Nintendo's official website. All right, let's talk about the game voucher program. I want to see, Nintendo has also announced, check this out, the discontinuation of the My Nintendo Gold Points program, which will come to an end on March 24th. Use your My Nintendo Gold Points. Now, this doesn't say exclusive to Switch 2 or anything. It seems like the My Nintendo Gold Points are going away, period. ASAP. When I think of this is what I think of. We are finally, or we might finally get achievements. The My Nintendo Gold Points and even the silver, the platinum points. When I saw this, I was like, Nintendo, you're so close to having in-game achievements. I think they might do it. Let me go to my my.nintendo website so I can see what my.nintendo, so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me sign in. Do I automatically? Yeah, I'm automatically signed in. Bro, right now I have 650 platinum points. And look, earn points. There's a thing that says earn points. Look at this. keep promotional emails set to receive from. These are like achievements, but like out of game, like crazy stuff. Promotional emails. Like we don't care about this. Find 5 hidden stickers on the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser Flurry website. You get Fury website, mission details. These are achievements, but like random crazy stuff. I think if Nintendo just gets rid of all of this, the platinum points, gold point system, and start having in-game. You beat 2 levels in Super Mario World.
That's too easy.
Now but you get achievements for anything.
Oh.
For starting the game, you get achievements. So, and then you get achievements, but take it a step further, Nintendo. One cool thing about the My Nintendo, the gold points, actual monetary value. A lot of gamers are like, achievements are pointless. Why you want achievements? Twofold. It's your gaming history. That's my primary reason for it. It's just your gaming history. You go back, you can check out your gaming history, compare it with your friends, just fun stuff. But Nintendo takes it a step further and starts including real game rewards like this calendar. I got this calendar by earning platinum points, through the platinum points. So let's say we earn achievements through in Mario or whatnot, and you could redeem them for real life rewards. I think that would be epic. So I'm hoping with Nintendo changing things with the gold points voucher system, you can't just take away stuff, Nintendo. You gotta take away stuff and then add something new and fresh for gamers. So I'm hoping the fact that they're getting rid of some of this stuff means that Nintendo has something better and newer for gamers coming for the Switch 2. And so it continues. It says the program granted points for both the digital and physical purchases, which could be redeemed against future purchases. Nintendo has a list of all the details of where gold points can be earned and when it's changing. The important details for those of us with gold points in our Nintendo accounts. All earned gold points will continue to be valid and redeemable for 12 months after they are issued. So plan accordingly. So you got a year. After you earn your gold points, you have a year to use them. If you don't use it, you will lose it. So Nintendo's making some big changes behind the scenes for the Switch 2, and I'm here for it. And I know they can't just be taking away stuff. New stuff is coming. New features are coming. New functionalities are coming for the Switch 2. Let's get hyped, boy! And never even gave us additional colors for the Switch 2 themes. It's just white and black. It's facts clean. Just dark or nighttime or daytime theme. But you know what? Themes, I do want themes, not at the top of my list. Top of my list, achievements, voice chat. Achievements, party chat. Like just stuff that makes the actual user experience better. So, all right, bruh. This next news item, we have another one. DJ Khaled. Nintendo Switch 2 likely to be priced at $399 to reflect hardware advancements without alienating core audience, analyst says. This is coming from WCCFtech.com, and I agree with this. This is what I kept saying with this $400 sweet spot. It's going to be $100 more than the current Switch, more expensive, but not astronomical, where you're alienating your core audience. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 will likely be priced at $400, a price point that makes the most sense for the company for several reasons. According to an in-depth analyst provided a few days ago, Juice Van Drunen, co-founder of the Super Data research firm, recently shared online a very interesting analysis of the Nintendo's strategic direction for the future, focusing on the market changes over the release of the company's previous system and how they will affect the Switch 2. The new console, according to the analysts, enters a fundamentally different market landscape than its predecessor, and the company's approach seems to reflect this changed market, prioritizing sustainability rather than hardware sales. Backwards compatibility and seamless transitions suggest the company is focused on install base, blah, 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 blah. Here's the meat and potatoes of the article. With this different market landscape, he believes that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be priced at $400, $399. This price point, according to the analyst, is a critical psychological barrier that balances premium hardware aspirations against mainstream market accessibility. And that's what he's basically saying. The mainstream market, I think $400 is the highest you can go for the mainstream. That's still considered cheap in this generation, $400. Why? The PS5, $500. It's a $500 console right now. And so the PlayStation, the PS5 Pro, $700 right now. And so $400 in this current gaming landscape is very reasonable. And still gives you knowing that it's still $100 more than the current Switch. It's more expensive hardware. Nintendo has to charge us more. That's that balance. The balance is $400. And so this industry analyst, that's his prediction to what Nintendo's going to do. And I think that's what it's going to be. I really think it's going to be a $400 price point. Now, this goes to a big question, and Nintendo had to reiterate what they're planning or what they're going to do because of everything that's going on in the economy right now. This is coming from 9to5toys.com. Will U.S. tariffs impact the price of Switch 2? Here's what Nintendo had to say about it. They've just come out and said something new. We are now just over 6 weeks out from the official Switch 2 Direct, a showcase where we expect to see a full blowout of the console's features, launch game information, pre-order details, and most importantly, the price. The question is whether or not those Trump tariffs are going to take a toll on Nintendo's stateside bottom line from launch day on now. However, in a recent press conference, Nintendo boss Shuntaro Furukawa did have something to say about this matter. Excitement surrounding Nintendo's upcoming hardware has been running rampant since the official reveal last month. Since then, newly surfaced patents, we've talked about them, have all but confirmed some of the details regarding the Joy-Con functionality, mouse mode, magnetic, reversible attachment, and so forth. While industry insider speculation and typical reliable leakers have made some bold claims regarding the machine's price and upcoming launch titles. But perhaps most interesting of all, or at least the aspect most 9to5 Toys readers seem to be interested in beyond the games, is the price. Early speculation has the console landing at between $450 and $500. And perhaps with a Mario Kart 9 bundle option. Since those rumors first started floating around, the early run machine apparently hit the black market for $4,000. Canada may or may not have leaked a price that could be closer to $400 or $450. I'm still in the $400 price point. All right. Reports have already suggested that surface with game industry analysts suggesting proposed tariffs on Mexico could significantly limit the number of physical disc games that can make their way north of the border. Now, this is something interesting. Yes, tariffs on physical cartridges. Well, what if you're getting your games digitally? If you're buying your games digitally, is there a tariff that would still be applied to Nintendo and give them more incentive to push digital sales over physical sales? All right. As translated by the folks at Nintendo Everything, Nintendo has a president of its own, and Shintaro Furukawa did have something to say. Seemed to want to reassure. Let me see his quotes. While we anticipate a certain impact, the influence on this year's financial results is, we talked about this, where he said he expects it to be minimal. We'll continue to observe trends and consider how to respond. Oh, we talked about this. All right. So they are aware to what's going on with the tariffs, but they expect it to be minimal. I think at the end of the day, Nintendo knows they're going to have to bite the bullet if they want to keep the system at a price point where the mass market can pick it up. Because they know at the end of the day, they make most of their money on software sales. Yes, unlike PlayStation and Xbox, Nintendo still tries to turn a profit on their hardware at launch from the rip. They don't like to sell their consoles for a loss. Who knows if they do that now with the Switch 2, but if they know for every Switch 2 they sell, it's almost a 1-to-1 ratio to get Mario Kart 9, they might bite the bullet on the price point, knowing that they're going to just recoup those sales with software profits. So it's interesting to see how things are going to play out. Bruh, this next news item is crazy. I talked about in my previous stream 2-3 days ago, Marvel Rivals coming to the Switch 2. The developer confirmed they have development kits from Nintendo and they're already working on porting the game to the Switch 2. Bro, Marvel Rivals, arguably the most popular game of 2024, currently has 20 million players and they still experience layoffs. Bro, this is coming from PC Gamer, but multiple sources are reporting this. Marvel Rivals developers in the US are saying they've been laid off despite launching a game with more than 20 million players. No one is safe but Nintendo. Bro, if they are laying off developers, nobody else has a chance. They hit me with the ad midstream, bro. No one else has a chance. If Marvel Rivals, this is a widely popular game. Marvel Rivals is a big hit. The first real challenger to the longtime hero super big dog Overwatch. Yeah, it's eclipsed Overwatch this past year. Yet amidst, well, I don't know if it's eclipsed it, but it gave an Overwatch a run for its money. Yet amidst that success, with more than 200,000 people playing on Steam alone right now at the time of this article, NetEase game director Thaddeus Sasser says the Marvel Rivals development team in the US has been laid off. Crazy, bro. Obi doesn't have YouTube Premium? No, I don't. This is the quote. This is such a weird industry, Sasser wrote on LinkedIn. My stellar, talented team just helped deliver an incredibly successful new franchise in Marvel Rivals for NetEase Games, and were just laid off. It's almost like they made the game. The company's like, all right, we good. We got y'all game. Peace out, deuces. That's insane, bro. That's insane. I'm going to be playing this. I don't even know if we should boycott this game, bro. But I do want, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this game when it comes out on the Switch too. But that's crazy. Sasser's LinkedIn program lists him as a game director at NetEase working on Marvel Rivals. The game's creative director is Gangun Chen, better known to players as Gan Gan. Level designer Jack Burrows confirmed the layoffs in a separate post. Welp, just got laid off from my job working on Marvel Rivals from NetEase, Burrows wrote. Was an enormous pleasure to work with my American co-workers who joined me in this sad cooling. Just couldn't dodge the big boot, I guess, no matter how big the success of the gig. That is crazy. I don't know. The gaming industry, this generation is just... So what saves a development team? If your game is reviewed by critics, you have great reviews, Hi-Fi Rush, cut. Great sales, you're generating great profits, Marvel Rivals, cut. Now I understand a couple of these Xbox smaller teams getting cut. Games like Redfall, like I think they made cuts to their studio. Their studio shut down after Redfall. I get it. Redfall was trash. It wasn't selling. It was a glitchy game. But when you have games like Marvel Rivals, hey, shout out, they got Spider-Man in this game. You play Spider-Man on like Xbox, Nintendo, that's gonna be crazy. But like, how discouraging is that for developers, bro? It feels like nobody is safe except for Nintendo developers. You don't hear about mass layoffs from Nintendo, at least this generation. I've heard like Nintendo giving their employees benefits and bonuses, but it's crazy, bro. It's just crazy, bro. This generation has been, other than Nintendo, this generation has been, blah.
What?
Because I tell you, man, PS5, first 2 years of PS5 was fire. There hasn't been a Sony exclusive since Spider-Man 2. In 2 years? It's been 2 years since PlayStation had a first-party exclusive game come out. That's unacceptable. Just imagine if Nintendo did this. No, Nintendo had like 5 first-party exclusives last year. Bro. So Marvel Rivals developers laid off. Hey, prayers to the developers, bro. Hope they find jobs. It's just crazy out there right now, man. All right. On to some better news for Nintendo. This is funny. We got another one. Hey, shout out to Xbox bringing their games to the Switch too. This is coming from mynintendonews.com. Xbox to show Nintendo and PlayStation logos in all future Xbox showcases. Xbox is cooked. Stick a fork in these turkeys. It's done. They are officially a third-party game publisher. Let me read the title to this article one more time, then we're going to go into the details. Xbox to show Nintendo and PlayStation logos in all future showcases. We already saw it in the last developer direct, which was dope. They had coming to PS5 in their developer direct. Guess what? Sony just had a state of play. Sony had games announced that are also coming on Xbox. Want no Xbox logos? Want no mention of coming to Xbox Series X? Sony ain't about that life. Nintendo ain't gonna do that either. You know why? Sony's PlayStation is still trying to sell PS5s, hardware. Nintendo is still trying to sell hardware. Xbox is just worried about... Wait, hold on. Did they just do it? Xbox is just worried about software. Check this out. Coming to... Look at that. This is the Bethesda's official YouTube channel, bro. This is a first-party Xbox. It's not even called Xbox Studios. Now it's Microsoft Game Studios. This is the first-party Microsoft Games trailer. And what do they have in the trailer? PS5 logos. PS5 logos. Let's read this article. The head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, has confirmed in a new interview with the Redmond, Washington-based Washington-based company will start to show Nintendo and PlayStation logos going forward in all their video game showcases. Shout out to Murr with the big $20 super chat. I didn't respond to ASAP's donation earlier, but I'm responding to Murr's too. Shout out to ASAP too. Shout out to Murr. Just sharing the love. Thanks for being my source for the sweet, sweet Switch 2 news. Thanks, Murr. I need everybody to type Murr in the chat with the $20 super chat. That's major, bro. Any donation is major. $20 major, major. Tony says Murr. Chariot Gaming says Murr. Evo Holders Murr. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Keeps the content going. I keep dropping that fire for you guys. All right. Phil Spencer confirmed in a new interview that the Redmond, Washington-based company will start to show Nintendo and PlayStation logos going forward in all, he didn't even say some, no self-dignity. He didn't even say sometimes. They said in all their video game showcases. Spencer says he wants to be transparent with, and that's good. They want to be transparent with consumers, and it's going to help their sales. They want to sell games. Transparent with consumers about where people can purchase games developed by Xbox Game Studios, which now includes both Bethesda and Activision Blizzard. This is Phil Spencer's direct quote. I think it's just being honest and transparent about where the games are showing. And we actually even had this discussion last year for the June showcase. And by the time we kind of made our decision, we couldn't get all of the assets done, and it felt weird to have some of them in and some of them out. So they meant to show it on all of them, but they're going forward, we're gonna see Switch 2 logos. Hey, those Xbox developer directs about to be fire. We're gonna be watching it for those Switch 2 announcements. I think that's a smart move by Xbox too, because now PlayStation fans, Xbox fans, they're going to be tuning into their developer directs. So it's going to be a win-win. It's going to be a win for Xbox. They're going to make that money, and a win for PlayStation and Nintendo fans getting those games. All right. Phil Spencer continues. But I just want to be transparent with people. For shipping on Nintendo Switch, we're going to put that. For shipping on PlayStation on Steam, people should know the storefronts where they can get our games. But I want people to be able to experience our Xbox community in our games and everything we have to offer on every screen we can. Xbox is for everybody, bro. Shout out to Xbox. Phil Spencer continues. And obviously, not every screen is equal. Yeah, like there are certain things we can't do on the other closed platforms that we can do on open platforms. Cloud, it's different. But games should be the thing that we're focused on. And the strategy that we have allows us to do big games while also supporting our native platform from hardware to the platform and services that we have. And that's going to be our approach. And I know it's not what everybody else is doing, but I just believe games should be the thing that's at the forefront. So he said he knows PlayStation and Nintendo ain't going to do it, but they're going to do it. Maybe it's because of how I've grown up in the industry. I came from building games, but I think the games are the things that I see growing in their strength in what we're doing. And it's because more people can play. So yeah, I'm just trying to be open and transparent with people. So again, Phil Spencer has confirmed that they're going to be showing Nintendo and PlayStation logos in all future showcases. Yeah, Phil Spencer gaslighting is ridiculous. Khalid. Oh, man. I remember when he was like, just hyping up, nah, we're buying these studios for our fans to play on our consoles. 3 years later. It's for everybody. Nintendo, here. PlayStation, here. We'll show y'all all in our directs. I love it. Shout out to Philly boy. All right. That's all the news I had for this stream. Appreciate to everybody coming through. Shout out to ASAP for the donation.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to Murr for the donations. They belong to the streets. Thanks. Murr, Microsoft bought all these companies, but they now gonna make games. And that can be half a decade or more away. Yeah, and they're starting to pump out some games. But it's gonna take some time to really see the return in their investment. But one big thing is they're going to be making money. I'm sure they're making a killing with Minecraft because kids play Minecraft on everything, iPads everywhere, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox makes money along with those platform holders. So it's going to end up being a win-win. Big W for Nintendo because we're going to have exclusives and Xbox games. Same thing for PlayStation. But shout out to everybody coming through on the stream. I'm going to hop on my gaming channel. I probably won't be on too long. I'm gonna play about 2-3 rounds of Splatoon just to get some Splatoon in for the night. All right, y'all. What do y'all think about everything we talked about in the stream? Sound off in the comment section below. I wanna know. But before you go, bro, the real storm. Click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo. We out. Brielle's sleeping. We out.
Oh, we almost have a Reggie Visa, man!
Obi-Wan plays.
Yes, right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.
Oh,